It is just another day at the airport. It is crowded and busy. There is a woman in the airport bookshop. The protagonist exits the plane, calling her mom to tell her that she had landed. The mom explains that her dad was called into work and was unable to see her. She goes to her dad's flight, angry at him. The woman from the bookshop approaches a famous man. She tells him off, reciting the biblical apocalypse at him. The blonde woman intervenes and silences the woman, while also catching the man's attention before walking off. A woman waits in her car, watching as another car approaches the parking lot. Her name is Hattie. The man in the car takes off his wedding ring, hiding it in a compartment. He is revealed to be a pilot. He meets up with Hattie, who is a flight attendant. The blonde woman from the plane waits at an airport restaurant. The famous man approaches her and introduces himself as Cameron Williams. She introduces herself as Chloe Steele as he sits across from her. They share a pleasant conversation about the wackos who take the Bible too seriously. He offers to buy her a coffee, but she turns him down without hesitation. He persists, offering food as well, but she tells him she's waiting for her dad. She explains she is there for her dad's birthday, but something came up. Laughter is heard, catching Chloe's attention. She looks, seeing her dad, the pilot, flirting with Hattie. They greet each other with a hug. He apologizes that he won't be home for his birthday since he has work. Cameron excuses himself so the two can talk. Chloe explains that she had thought her dad had run away from the family when she heard that he wouldn't be home for his birthday. When her dad denies it, Chloe brings up Hattie, whom she had seen with her dad. He denies knowing anything. They talk about Chloe's mom. Her dad says that the mom needs their support. Chloe asks why her dad wasn't wearing his ring. He says he doesn't wear it when he works. Not knowing when he would see his daughter next, he gives her his keys before heading off to work. Chloe waves goodbye but is disappointed when she sees Hattie waiting for her dad. Cameron reappears at the table behind her. He tries to talk to Chloe, but a group of tourists walks between them. It's revealed that Cameron is an investigative journalist. He says that this is why he knows something is bothering Chloe. She moves to the same table as him. She explains that she is disappointed by everything that has happened so far. He fails to comfort her. The scene moves to the airplane. Her dad is telling a bad joke in an attempt to flirt with Hattie. He goes to the pilot's seat. The tower wishes him a happy birthday, which causes him to grimace. Back at the airport, Chloe and Cameron are talking. The two criticize religious people like that for acting so irrational. Chloe asks Cameron what he thinks about things like that. He says that he believes things happen for no reason. The Hattie from before slips up and calls the pilot by his first name, Ray, in front of her friend. She says they are not official, but plan on spending time together when the plane lands. Chloe thanked Cameron for talking with her. Cameron promises to call, but Chloe is convinced he is a womanizer and is not interested in the offer. A man named Jim interrupts the conversation, handing Chloe some tickets he found for her dad. The music turns somber as Chloe realizes what this means. Cameron tries to console her. Before Cameron leaves, Chloe asks him to give the tickets to her dad after writing something on the back. They say their goodbyes. On the plane, Cameron gives the tickets to Ray, who takes them with a guilty face. In the parking lot, Chloe gets in her dad's car. She checks around the car, looking for her dad's ring. When she finds it, she is upset as she realizes what it means. The plane is packed. Hattie welcomes the passengers on board. Cameron sits next to a man who asks if he got Chloe's number. Cameron and the man make witty remarks to each other. The passengers of the first class are shown one by one. There is a man with his phone on, despite being asked to turn it off. The plane takes off. Chloe arrives home. Her brother greets her. Chloe gives him a gift before going inside. Her mother hugs her before taking off her gardening gloves and placing them on top of her Bible. Passengers on the plane begin making small talk. Back at the house, Chloe and her mom chat. It ends with them arguing. Chloe claims that God is the reason that her father left. Back on the plane, a girl is bragging to another passenger about her dad. Chloe is going out for a drive. After hearing him beg, she lets her brother come with her as her mom watches from the window. The two of them talk about their parents on their way to the mall. On the plane, the pilot and co-pilot talk. When the co-pilot mentions his daughter, he exits the cabin. At the mall, Chloe and her brother watch street dancers. Chloe realizes that her brother is no longer with her. He is shown staring at a drone. They reunite. Back on the plane, Ray meets up with Hattie and shows the tickets to her. He looks sad upon seeing what his daughter had written, but lies about it. Chloe and her brother talk about their mom. The world pulses. Many people, including Chloe's brother, are suddenly missing, with only their clothes left behind. The plane jumps. Many passengers scream as they wonder where their loved ones went. The mall is in chaos. Chloe kneels, holding her brother's clothes as she goes into shock. The plane continues to jump. The pilot runs to the cabin. His co-pilot is also missing. The passengers panic while he tries to control the plane. A car smashes through the entrance to the mall, nearly hitting Chloe. The driver was missing and the passenger was dead. Out of shock, Chloe grabs her brother's things. The Hatties try to calm the passengers as Ray levels the plane. At the mall, people have begun looting. Cameron records what is happening on the plane. A group of people tries to break into the pilot's cabin, demanding answers. Ray makes an announcement but no one listens. Ray turns off the oxygen to force people to get back to their seats. Cameron helps an old woman put on her mask. At the mall, people are looting and running out of the mall. Traffic is backed up. Fights break out. Chloe runs through the mess, trying to get back home. Ray returns the plane to normal. He tries to contact the tower, but only static comes from the radio. Ray exits the cabin and heads to the main part of the plane. He tells them what they need to do to survive and explains what he knows to the passengers. As Chloe runs to her car, a small airplane crashes into it. Hattie cries over her missing friend. Ray hugs her, trying to calm her down. They return to their jobs, trying to figure out what is going on. Cameron is recording. He begins narrating the events on the plane. No one has any answers. He returns to his seat as disbelief sets in. Running home, Chloe is robbed by a passing motorist. A school bus falls off the bridge nearby. No one is on board. Cameron tries to comfort a crying woman nearby. She tells everyone that the end times have come before running into the bathroom. She is convinced that she is having a bad trip as she readies more drugs. Chloe sees an ambulance passing by and decides to follow it. The crying woman comes back from the bathroom. Cameron tells her none of this is happening and tells her to sleep. He continues to ask people about the events leading up to the incident. Chloe leaves a voicemail at her house. A man stands up on the plane and says they should all start praying. Ray makes an announcement saying he is turning the plane around. Chloe is still looking for her brother. Ray and Hattie talk. Another plane appears and is heading toward them. There is no one flying the new plane. Ray tries to maneuver around the plane but the wing gets clipped. The other plane crashes as Ray continues attempting to contact the towers. Their location equipment shuts off. A man is shot in front of Chloe. The man with the gun points it at Chloe but lets her leave. The passengers on the plane come up with theories on why this is happening. Chloe is running through the city trying to find a safe place. On the plane, Hattie asks Cameron to take photos of the damage. Chloe arrives at the hospital. She breaks into the hospital, cutting her hands. The hospital is hectic. Many police are shown at the entrance. Cameron shows Ray the damage. He says it is manageable. At the hospital, Chloe walks through the nursery. All of the newborns are missing. A distraught mother startles Chloe. She says all children are gone. The mother says this is happening all over the world. The computers on the plane shut off. He asks Cameron to check the fuel. Fuel is spilling out of the plane. It catches on fire. Cameron calms the passengers. Chloe is seen walking in a quieter area. People are crying nearby. Cameron and Ray talk about the situation. Ray decides the fire is not dangerous. Chloe is seen again closer to home. Ray tells Cameron that no one was flying the plane that hit him. Chloe is seen close to home. A security alarm at home has gone off. Chloe picks up a bat and searches the house. The passengers continue talking about theories. Chloe is startled by the phone. It was automated. She continues searching the house. The shower had been left on. On the plane, Ray is seen looking remorseful. He tells Hattie to bring him the other attendants' clothes. At home, Chloe finds some jewelry in the shower. Ray searches the clothes for clues. He finds a watch with a biblical verse on it. Chloe listens to her father's voicemail. It ends with a plane crash. She thinks he is dead. She picks up the Bible as she mourns her parents. She throws it out the window in anger. Ray picks up a notebook, laughing in despair. He tells Hattie this is Revelation. The passengers argue until a woman stops them. She pulls out a gun and accuses them of kidnapping her daughter. Meanwhile, Ray admits he has a wife to Hattie. In the cabin, Cameron tries to negotiate with the woman. The drugged woman claims to know where the daughter is. Chloe enters a church. A man is sitting in the front row. The priest tells Chloe that God has taken everyone. The drugged woman tells the other passengers that God has come for his believers. The mother points the gun at herself. Cameron convinces the woman to give him the gun. Ray and Hattie argue. At the church, the priest says he is still here because he didn't believe. They argue about God. She storms out of the church. Cameron gives the gun to Ray. Someone contacts the tower. The man at the tower confirms that the whole planet is affected by this. The tower tells them there is no runway available. Chloe walks down a railroad track. Ray tells bad news to Cameron. Outside, the drugged woman talks to one of her dad's friends. They talk about her dad. She climbs to the top of a bridge. Cameron admits to liking Chloe. Ray tries to contact the tower again. He gets static. At the top of the bridge, Chloe looks to the moon. Cameron continues to try to call Chloe. He and Ray talk about Chloe. He shows what Chloe wrote for him. Chloe is shown on the bridge. She considers jumping off. She puts on her mother's necklace and apologizes to her mom. Before she can jump, her phone rings. Cameron and Ray talk to Chloe about everything that happened. Ray tells Chloe that the plane can't land. Chloe climbs down from the top. Chloe finds a motorcycle and rushes to find a place for her dad to land. Ray tells the bad news to the passenger. Cameron tries to find a signal and Ray tries to find a solution. The plane prepares to crash. Chloe finds a place for the plane to land. The phone signal cuts out. The plane runs out of fuel. Thanks to Chloe's hard work, Ray can land the plane. Hattie quickly evacuates the plane. Chloe runs to the plane. Ray is making sure everyone is off the plane before leaving. She runs into Cameron's arms. Ray apologizes to Hattie as they part ways. Chloe hugs her dad as they reunite. She gives him her mother's necklace. They look out to the burning city.